can't believe this is going on the internet.
Oh, Chris, you know what? Man, I love movies so much that right now I wish I could scream it in the version of a theme song.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, this is Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are bringing two movies from you out there in the movie watching world where you can sit there, watch them, have a good time. We're going to review them just for you. First, we got to talk about the reboot, the remake, the extendiation.
It's a sequel. I would say a sequel to the movie.
It's a sequel to a prequel to the prequel of the sequel.
Well, it's a sequel to Beavis and Butthead Do the World, or you do the world?
Do America.
Do America, yeah.
Do America. Yeah. It's Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. First, starring in this movie or lending their voice to it is, of course, the guy who created Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, the one, the only, Mike Judge.
Mike Judge.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I got an idea.
Yeah, me too. Let's go over to Stuart's house and burn something.
No, dumbass. Let's become one of those stand-up chameleons and make a lot of money.
Yeah, money rules.
We're there, dude.
Dun, 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 dun.
So that's from like the one of the first season of Beavis and Butthead, right? Like from like 1992, 1993.
I had to get one of them where they're like doing the dun, 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 because the first time they ever did that, it was War Pigs. You know that?
Yeah. I think so. Man, it's
like between the two of them, we're like dun, 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 dun. Anyway,
that's Iron Man, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Also in this movie is Gary Cole.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. So if you could be here around 9, that would be great. Okay? Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm also gonna need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday, too, okay? We lost some people this week, and we need to sort of play catch-up. Thanks.
So, I'm glad you picked that one because it's also another Mike Judge movie because he wrote, directed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I chose that. And plus, I mean, who doesn't know Gary Cole from being... That's exactly why we all know him.
Lumberg
so you can say you know him
fucker.
from another movie. Nat Faxon is in this as well.
Because I believe in you. I mean, look what you did here. You got your ass handed to you and you came back strong.
No one's ever wanted to invest in me.
Well, you deserve it. And besides, I've come to hate your mother so much that I really want to stick it to her.
But no one's ever hated my mom with me before.
Oh.
From the Connors, right?
Yeah, from the Connors. The guy also has like a huge authors of everything he's done in his life. But man, that's what he's done recently. Yeah. Have you watched the Connors?
No, man, I'm not a Connors guy.
Oh,
I know.
You should watch the Connors. Okay. Because it's not Roseanne. Also, Andrea Savage is in this movie.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, but a cha-cha-cha-cha, right?
I'll give it a cha-cha.
A couple cha-chas.
Sure.
You guys are so dumb. You're so stereotypical.
Yeah, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. Gavin Rossdale, Ethan Hawke.
Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Okay, Katie came very highly recommended.
Was it by a penis? Was it by a formerly flaccid husband penis that's now found a reason to live again?
No, by my neighbor.
Oh, by your neighbor's penis. You should really get the list of all her penis references. I'm sure it's a who's who of penises, obviously.
That's from I'm Sorry. If you've never seen I'm Sorry, literally go watch that.
Sounds funny.
Me and my wife me and my wife like literally watched that like nonstop when that show came out.
That's good.
Like, yeah, we binged it like a mofo. Also in this film is Chai McBride, Carlos Alazarica
from Reno 911 fame.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, right?
Yeah.
Suzanne Bennett, Mary Birdsong.
Okay.
I mean,
Krista Diamantopoulos does a voice in it. So is Tig Notaro, Jamil Yang, Martin Starr. Just like, people you've seen everywhere. At least I mean,
it's literally the who's who of comedy in this, and that's Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Then the big sexy movie of the week, the one, the only, so nice, they named him twice, Elvis. Starring the one, the only, probably one of the greatest. I mean, if you're in the generation that we live right now and you do not know this man's movies, I feel sorry about everything that you do in existence. But Mr. Tom Hanks.
On the day of my judgment, when I stand before God and he asks me, why did I kill one of his true miracles? What am I going to say? That it was my job. It's my job.
You tell God the Father it was a kindness you done.
From the fucking Green Mile, dude. So good.
Green fucking Mile.
I wanted to put the whole clip in there. It's just that we had to highlight Tom Hanks in that.
Yeah. Like literally, like there are so many movies I went through. Like I looked at Big, Money Pit, Joe versus the Volcano, Man with the Red Shoe,
Philadelphia.
Like, so many different of the classics that he did that I was just like, okay, it has to be Green Mile. I have to find a Green Mile.
So fucking good, that movie.
Also in this movie, playing the king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley, Austin Butler.
You don't know how many times I've come to the Elkries and tried to talk to you.
I know. I heard you.
Then why didn't you answer me?
There was nothing I could say.
How about goodbye?
Yeah, I mean that's I guess that's
the Generic Chronicles. I was actually a fan of that show. I actually watched all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I read, I think the first 3 books of that series.
Where did it come out? Where did it air on? What station?
It was MTV.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. It aired on MTV, and I was like, really? And the reason I started watching it was because of Manu Bennett. Manu Bennett was at a Comic-Con in Kansas City, and I got to hang out with him and have drinks with him one night. And we just had a blast. And then he told me about this upcoming show. And I kind of liked it, to be honest. It was cool. It was like a, mystical, like a D&D kind of world. And I was really a big fan of it. And then the second season just kind of went, Bow.
Sorry, Austin.
Yeah.
Well, who else in this movie, dude?
Also, as well, the wonderful, the beautiful Olivia
DeJonge, I want to say.
Yeah, DeJonge. Thank you.
This is great. We'll come back to that. Right now, I want to talk about something else. I know it happened a long time ago, but what happened on the day Mom left? She won't tell me. Did she do something? Nana? Nana? Nana! Don't answer that question.
So that's from The Visit, 2015's The Visit. I saw that with my wife, and then we freaked her the fuck out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's the first movie that that M. Night Shyamalan came back, and he didn't really put his name on it, and everyone people liked him, like, oh yeah, he can make good movies again because this is I think movie after Avatar. Yeah.
So many people can make that movie. I love that movie. I thought it was a great movie when it came out.
The Visit's great. Yeah. The Visit's good.
The enemy.
David Wyndham is in the next clip.
The enemy. His sense of duty was no less than yours, I deem. You wonder what his name is, where he came from, if he was really evil at heart. What lies or threats led him on this long march from home? If he'd not rather have stayed there, in peace.
From the Lord of the Rings, right?
Lord of the Rings. That's Faramir, dude. Seriously?
Dude.
You don't watch Lord of the Rings ever?
I've watched it like 3 times, maybe, all the way through. It also stars Cody Smith McPhee. Gary Clark Jr. is in this shit. Yola's in it. I didn't realize Gary Clark was in this. I wish I didn't remember that. Anyway, yeah, it's got lots of people in it, but we've been to the main people that are in it. But yeah, those are the movies. Elvis and Beavis and Do America or Do the Universe. So we'll see you guys next week.
I know. I mean, he was really good. I wanted to put Helen Thomas as the next one because she plays Elvis's mother. But finding a clip for her was like I literally tried forever, and I just couldn't find a good speaking part for her.
That's right.
But and then I saw David Wyndham, and I was like, oh yeah. Faramir, fucking Lord of the Rings, and we got geeky followers, so we got to go with that.
You can find us online, moviesonsuck.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/moviesonsuck podcast. We're on Twitter @MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram @MTS Podcast. Twitch @MTS Podcast. You can send us an email, moviesonsuck.podcast@gmail.com or info@moviesonsuck.net. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/moviesonsuck. If you guys want, shirts with their faces on it, go to bonfire.com/moviesonsuck and some that do. And
other shirts, too, not just shirts with their face on it.
And there's other stuff, like the stuff that Neil makes and puts it on there. You can find Bonfire Movies on Something to Do, and we're in all places you find podcasts. Also, go to WTM.net to see Neil or have Neil listen to Neil talk about wrestling with Mark Radley because you just did an episode with him, right?
Yeah, I just did like a podcast yesterday morning with him and another guy, and we had a great time.
You're on a few episodes of that, so go back to WTM.net, so go to Mark's show and listen to Neil talk about wrestling.
I like talking about wrestling. I'm really good at it. I'm kind of a historian. There's like 3 things I'm a historian on. Or 4 things. There's 4 things I'm a historian on.
Wrestling?
Can you name them all?
Wrestling?
Yep.
With movies? Are we doing that too?
Movies, yeah.
Okay. What are the other ones? I don't know the other 2.
Comic books.
Oh yeah, comic books. Yeah.
And music.
Okay. Well, I'm up there with music in a different way though.
I don't know if you are. I don't know if you are, Chris. No, I'm just kidding. Of course you are. You have your own. If you don't know, Chris has his other podcast, which is called Record Night, and it is really good. I don't think they haven't done an episode in 14 years.
No, I put one out today, and we put one out today, and there'll be another one out next week, a full-length one. We've been doing a lot of new release episodes because stuff's been coming out. We've been listening to it, talk about it. But we have a full length coming out probably next Thursday. It's gonna be we do a theme each episode.
Are you gonna be naked?
I'm never naked. I want to do that. I gotta be cool. My co-host does.
You gotta be naked. Be naked.
All right. But who's our sponsor today, or who are we talking about?
Today, we're going to give another shout out to a wonderful small business here in the wonderful Tulsa area, Dragon Lily Dispensary. Yes, Dragon Lily Dispensary is one of the best dispensaries in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you get yourself some weed, if you want to, or medical marijuana, I guess I should say. I guess that's the way you got to say
legally obtained medical marijuana.
Legally obtained medical marijuana. Let me tell you about Dragon Lily. Everything you need in a dispensary and a smoke shop, whether it's a quick in and out or just looking for some place to get out of the house, they have you covered. Come in and hang out with them at your friends at Dragon Lily. It's located at 8054 South Yale Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74136. Their store hours are from 10 a.m. to midnight. I mean, even if you have a late night fucking fiend to get out to get the pots, you need to do that. If not,
I got you.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you because, like, literally, it's my favorite place to go. Because here, let me show you. All right, so here's your little symbol. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Isn't that an awesome symbol?
It reminds me of
First, you're like,
going to like
cool.
a D&D place, like an old like an old castle, you know?
Yeah. You're talking about an old, like, that's Rob, the owner.
Hi, Rob.
He's just hanging out. And that's his, he has a back area where he can now have bands and stuff like that.
Neat. That's awesome.
And he's going to do like a little smoke area
Yeah.
where people can hang out.
Is he drinking a liquid death there? Is that what I'm seeing?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, he's
What are you doing, man?
nothing.
And
also on top of that, here's the general manager, and look at that. Where can you go with a jar full of joints? A jar full of joints.
Yeah, I like that. A lot. But
and then and that's Jamie, and I think that's oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. I know her name, but I'm gonna feel like I say it wrong. But that's what the bar looks like. That's where I hang out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that.
It's like going into a bar, but you're in a weed bar. Is that not the greatest thing in the world?
That's cool, man. I like that. When I come down there next, we should pay a visit.
So usually I hang out about that second seat second seat, right about that second seat.
Yeah,
so where I sit right in the middle.
Okay.
I think I've pretty much become the norm of that dispensary.
So
I'm gonna say really
next
right
time I come there, I'll come up there with you.
Oh, dude, next time you come up here, yeah, I'll definitely take you in.
Okay, awesome.
I'm sure that they'll be more than happy to meet you, too. And they'll be like, cool, let's go get super high out back.
I'll be like, maybe.
I mean, no, we will. That's just the way it goes. When you go to Dragon Lily Dispensary, you got to get super high. I mean, at least high on the supply you buy or high on the supply they have.
Well, I mean, like, by the way, I'm from Kansas, so I can't access those things because it's illegal.
Oh yeah, I forgot how much Kansas sucks.
Anyway,
I lived in Kansas for a year.
You lived in Kansas City for more than a year, dude.
No. I lived in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
I moved to Missouri.
Okay, Kansas the state. Okay.
Fuck the state of Kansas. Fuck all of Kansas. I'm going to motherfucking Missouri.
Yeah, but apparently abortion's still legal here. It's still illegal in Missouri. The true law wouldn't affect. So
I mean, things are weird like that.
yeah. All right.
You never know.
Podcast is not politics, though. You know what the podcast is about?
Are we talking about politics? Why are you talking about politics every time I get a conversation with you?
Oh,
every time.
But first time, but we're not talking about politics. We're talking about what? Movies. And those are the first movie we're talking about.
Oh. All right. So wait a minute. I got some comments from the people from Dragon Lily going on right now.
Okay.
It said, 1, we're losers. 2, how dare you? 3, it's a weed bar for when it becomes legal.
Nice.
Free pre-rolls for Friday. And of course, we'll be happy to meet
you. Oh, thanks, Claire.
And we love you, Neil. But they spelled my name
I noticed
really
that
fucking wrong. It's okay. I get it. I before E unless after C.
But that's bullshit, though.
That's bullshit.
But there's so many instances of that not being the case. Like weird is spelled like
my name being one of them.
Yeah,
because I'm Irish.
And then the word weird is whatever.
Oh! It wasn't even Claire that spelled it wrong. It was Jamie. So we gotta talk about how Jamie fucked up my name.
All right, Jamie. It's spelled N-E-I-L.
It's N-E-I-L. What the fuck, Chris?
Sorry.
1 second before we go into the movies, I do have to say this. So your birthday was like a month ago, right? It was June 8th. June 9th. All right. So the week before your birthday, I have been working on a gift for you that was supposed to be there like the week of. And when it gets to you, and it should be coming between the next 10 days.
Okay.
Finally, I got someone to make what I want for you for your birthday. It's going to be coming. I think you're going to love it.
Okay.
You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a great time. But I just want you to know, when you get that GIF, I'm going to tell you the whole story of how long I've been working on that.
The Odyssey, the Odyssey on it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I know. I know that
really
week.
cool.
That week that we actually did that podcast, you were having a fucking hard week. You were just like feeling like shit. So I'm glad you're feeling better.
The world is a hard world, Chris, and sometimes you have to go through it, and you got to try your best. And it's just the way it is. But you know what? At this point, I feel like it's a movie podcast.
It is.
We should talk about movies.
All right, let's
talk about Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Okay, directed by John Rice and Albert Caleros. They've done stuff like they mostly work on animated stuff. I know Albert worked on Disenchanted and stuff like that. American Dad.
Yeah.
This is written, of course, by Mike Judge. Story, screenplay, and also guy Max Tone Graham and Lewis Morton will help write it. This stars Mike Judge as Beavis, Butthead, Van Driessen, Smart Beavis, Smart Butthead, Old Beavis, Old Butthead, Empress Beavis, and Empress Butthead.
I got an idea.
Yeah, me too.
Also, this stars Gary Cole as Madison.
Hello, Peter. What's happening?
We got Nate Thaxton as Jim Hartson.
Because I believe in you.
Also, Andrea Savage, Serena Ryan.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, but cha-cha-cha-cha, right?
Also, Carlos as Aquarius, fight specialist Valdivia. This also stars voices like Tig Notaro doing the Professor, and Jimmy O Yang being fight specialist Jung, and Martin Starr being corrects officer, and a couple other people. It's got all kinds of funny people in it. But why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one, pal?
Oh man, is there a storyline?
Man, you're never ready. Every time I say it, you're never there.
After a creative judge sentences them to space camp, a black hole sends our adolescent heroes 24 years into the modern future, where the duo misuse iPhones, embark on a quest to score, and become targets of the deep state.
So this is just a continuation of that movie and show that aired all those years ago. And I don't know what it was about. I like this movie, but there's just so much more that's better out there.
You know why you like it? I'm going to tell you why you like it. All right. So I read up on this movie, of course, after we got done watching it, after I watched it and stuff. And it's because, unlike other reboots in this day and age, this is not a reboot, but a reboot in the sense that it's a continuation.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
He didn't change the formula.
No.
He didn't change what made Beavis and Butthead Beavis and Butthead. They, for half the movie, they're like, we're going to score. Yeah. We're gonna score. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, shut up, Beatrice.
So, real quick, if you were Beavis or Butthead, who would you be?
I'm Butthead.
I'm Beavis, obviously, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. All right, there we go. Actually, when I was a kid, when they came out, because I was like 11, 12 years old.
I was younger, it's like 5.
My mother used to call me Butthead and my friend Jeremiah Beavis because he was a blonde-haired guy. So it just so happened to work that way. Yeah, I mean, this movie worked on a level, like, literally, this is a good movie to get stoned and watch. Like, have drinks from your friends, get stoned, get fucked up, watch Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Because literally what this is, after reading about it, is it's an introduction to Beavis and Butthead again, because now they're going to do a series on Paramount Plus, now that Paramount Plus has this all, we're going to do things streaming on our platform.
South Park's on there, too, man.
Yeah, South Park's on there, Star Trek's on there. Paramount Plus came out with their platform, like, swinging for the fucking fences. And by any means, this was a funny movie.
It's funny.
I mean, by any means, it's toilet humor. It's fucking Beavis and Butthead. Don't go in there thinking you're gonna fucking see the goddamn, next Fight Club or Godfather or Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. Don't think you're gonna go in there and watch this fucking great movie that changes the existence of man and woman.
It's a silly, funny movie. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just this is a movie to get stoned, get fucked up, or just to be there in a good mood and going with an attitude like, oh yeah, these guys are two bumbling idiots from where are they from? Highland, Texas.
They're from Texas, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you're Beavis, because you're from Texas. Now that makes a lot of sense. Were you and your twin brother like Beavis and Butthead?
No, actually, when I grew up, MTV was not in my home till I was like 16. I knew Beavis and Butthead, but I wasn't allowed to watch it because I was 5 years old and I'm not allowed to watch it. So,
you know, you're reminding me of our age difference. Fuck you.
That's okay. but no, like I've watched all Beavis and Butthead. Like I've watched it all by now, and it makes me wonder about kids today, Gen Z. Are they gonna get this?
I don't know, but is it made for Gen Z?
No, it's made for you and me, right?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's made for us, Gen X, millennials.
Yeah,
that cusp of that area.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like me, I want to be the president of the United States, but I'm guessing that's never going to happen.
Yeah. Instead, we're sitting on our couch watching Beavis and Butthead do the universe.
We're watching Beavis and Butthead in the middle of the day or the night or whatever time we watch this. I'm not going to lie. Halfway through, I sparked a doob, and I was like, yeah, because it's Beavis and Butthead. How can I not review this movie?
I did not.
Without it being
I was stone cold sober the whole time. You knew me. I watched some movies. Always the first time I tried to be stone cold sober when watching them. Just so I can watch it, judge. But this,
how are you sober watching Beavis and Butthead?
Okay, it says.
I started the first 10 minutes and then I was like, nah, I probably need to smoke a little bit.
You said halfway through. Okay, but the tagline for this movie is the dumbest science fiction movie ever made. Which, it's stupid as fuck.
I agree. But it was funny because it was still the same hijinks.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, to write this stupid, it takes a level of intelligence to write the stupidity.
No, my judge is genius. Like, we'll put it that way.
Yeah. If not Beavis and Butthead, he also, of course, did King of the Hill. And isn't he a big part of what's the name of it? Disenchantment?
No, I know the director was.
But yeah, maybe the director was. But Mike Judd has been a huge part of the sense of humor that our generation has, and it's just the way it is. Did you own a Beavis and Butthead shirt at any time in your life?
I don't think so. You might have though.
Oh, you're weird. You're weird.
He also created Silicon Valley. Like, don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He created some good pieces of art. And then on top of that, he's got two kids that are so dumb that they just want to score. Yeah. Score. And one of my favorite lines ever from Beavis and Butthead. I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bumhole.
My boss at work calls me. My boss at work. His nickname for me is Julio. So.
Oh my gosh, Chris! Really?
Yeah, I don't know why he does that.
Do we need to come beat up your boss?
No, my boss is awesome. I love my supervisor quite a bit. But yeah, we had that Teams chat, and he's like, "See Julio, get on that." I'm like, on it. So
Gosh.
But he has nicknames for everyone else. Like we have a guy named Larry. He calls him Mailbag. And we have someone else he calls P-Rick, because if you take out the space, it just says prick. Anyway, this movie, it's like the other movie, really. To put it the best way, like
literally, this is this is. It's just to bring Beavis and Butthead to 2022, so they can make a show.
Yeah, it's funny. I like this movie quite a bit. It's very, very funny. Like we said, it's not going to change the world. It's not going to do.
No. It is what it is. All right, so let's get to some quotes and move on from. Hello, I'm Butthead, and this is. Yeah, and I'm Beavis. Anyway, did we win the science fair? Even better, we kicked its ass. He said, touched. Dude, Beavis, the government are about to train our schlongs. I think the floor is broken. It's going to be one giant leap for our schlongs. Yeah, for all mankind. I don't want to die in a butthole. I have dreams about it all the time. Your password is password? How original. Notre Dame is losing to Alabama 17-10. I mean, I'm a Notre Dame fan. How could I not? Yeah. I'm just spanking the monkey. Let's get out of here before we learn something. There's a slut at our house that's going to do it with us. Step aside, please. We have white privilege. I'm Cornholio, and I need TP for my bumhole. Of course, I wrote that down. So my favorite lines. Yeah. No man is fine while one bunghole is chained. Hey, Butthead, I heard you put your thingy in a girl's thingy. We were supposed to score, and instead, we got books. Why is it always a guy with a van? Our little dance of seduction is complete. Oh my God, they're just two horny and very, very stupid teenagers.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
All right. My score in this 3.9. I like this movie. It's very funny, but it's just there's something 3.7. There's something about that didn't hit me in the right way, and I don't know what it was. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fine movie. I just, I wanted a little bit more, but to be honest, it's Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
what more do I want?
Yeah, exactly. So there's nothing explicitly wrong with it. Just
I wanted a zombie, Rob Zombie drawn trippy.
Oh, you wanted that? Yeah, I understand. You wanted more of that. Yeah. So, if you guys like Beavis and Butthead, there's plenty for you to like here. It's more of the same, which is fine. It's nice to have him back, I guess. So, yeah, man. So what's your score on this? Mine's 3.7. What's yours?
I'm gonna go with near you. I'll go 3.8. It was funny.
Take a shot,
It made me laugh.
Take a shot.
Take a shot. In our drinking game, that means you take a shot. Yeah. Everybody take a shot. Shot.
Point one off from
everybody.
So,
but yeah, I mean, I liked it.
Okay.
I think they tried. My thing is just the fact that I'm really, really wanted to see something trippy again. I wanted them to do peyote in the desert again. I guess maybe that's just me.
You want more drugs, is what you're saying.
I wanted more drugs.
Okay. Now,
is it okay to want more drugs in a movie?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do you? I'm on Rotten Tomatoes right now. I want you to go ahead and guess the audience score for this movie.
Oh shit! Fuck, cunt, motherfucker. Gosh, I'm gonna say 72.
86%. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They liked it. People liked it.
Wow.
So, what is the critic score for Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe?
So, like 48.
Is that your guess? Is that your guess? It's 48%.
Yeah, 48.
95%.
Yeah.
95.
Shut the fuck up. The critics gave this a 95%. I gotta hear this bullshit.
Fart knockers beware. Beavis and Butthead are back, and they're just as stupid, hilarious, or hilariously stupid as ever. So, critics that grew up on this, they have a soft spot for Beavis and Butthead, obviously, and so it's just nice to have them back.
Does it? Is it really though?
They think so.
Is it good to have them back?
Yeah.
Are we dumbing down America? I just want to know, with Beavis and Butthead, are we dumbing down America?
Of course we are. I remember when I was growing up, they were like the boogeyman. They were going to make everyone stupid. Do you remember that? Like, the people were like just so upset by them. But now there's shit on TV that's way worse than us. So here we are. That was me. So I did the universe. Do you have news for us?
Are we here?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
We're done. Is
anybody really here? Are we in a different time zone? Are we in a different level? What is our existence? Where are we at? This is the Movies Don't Suck and something new. So I'm going to tell Chris a bunch of information he doesn't know and act like he cares.
All right, what you got for me, Ben? Lay it on me. I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. First and foremost, I don't know how I feel about this. What's going on? Howard Stern teases a role in Dr. Doom movie during his hot mic moment.
Is it okay? Cool. Is he gonna have a role, big role, small role? What's his deal? Is he in Private Parts 2? Is that what he's doing?
The radio personality seems to be collaborating reports of Dr. Doom appearing in the MCU and mentions phone calls to Robert Downey Jr. for acting advice. They're going over the schedule with me, and it's going to suck. I told you I'm going to do Dr. Doom. That's the thing. But I believe I'm fucking miserable about it. I called Robert Downey Jr. and I was asking him acting techniques.
He did a movie called Private Parts, though. Do you remember that movie? Yeah, wake up.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Do I remember fucking Private Parts? Yeah, dude. I owned it on VHS and DVD special edition.
Quick question. Dr. Doom, who is of what superhero group is he the main villain of? If you had to pick like how Joker's main villain of Batman. Dr. Doom is
Fantastic Four.
So they're making a Dr. Doom movie before they're making
Reed Richards.
Okay. Are they making?
I don't know.
Oh fuck,
we
dude.
don't know.
We don't know.
But he said he's going on schedule with them, so obviously Dr. Doom's coming, and Howard Stern has something to do with it.
Do you want John Krasinski to be Mr. Fantastic?
Yes, but then like a couple weeks ago, it said that was just fan service.
Oh, well, who knows?
Yeah, makes me sad. Kevin Smith says Mallrats 2 is probably going to end up at Peacock.
Okay.
Peacock, cock. I want to see your peacock, cock. Your peacock, cock. Your peacock, cock. Your peacock, cock. Anyway, Kevin Smith, Mallrats is one of his infamous movies in the trilogy, and supposedly Peacock is buying out the rights to his next script for Mallrats 2.
Cool, right? That's about
right. What do you think about that?
That's neat. We'll do that. We'll watch that. I mean, I like Kevin Smith, but I haven't seen Tusk. I haven't seen Yoga Hosers. His stuff since he did the Smodcast stuff. I haven't really watched it, so I guess I need to get up on that though. Right?
Yeah. Also about that, in the same interview, Kevin Smith says Clerks 3 trailer will be coming next week.
Oh, it's done, right? Clerks 3's done, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you think about that?
I'll watch it. I'll watch Clerks 2.
Russell Crowe is going to star in the supernatural thriller The Pope's Exorcist. Julius Avery, the helmet behind World War II horror movie Overlord, will direct the feature, which is eyeing a September start of production.
We watched Overlord and talked about it on the show.
Yeah?
Yeah. You remember that, right? We liked it.
Yeah.
So.
I remember. Yeah, I totally, of course.
The ending was weird, though.
I liked and I liked the sequels, too.
The what?
Crow will, of course, advertisement. I'm reading stuff, and stuff came over my stuff. Crow will portray the real-life figure Father Gabriel Amarth, a priest who acted as chief exorcist of the Vatican and who performed more than 100,000 exorcisms in his lifetime.
100,000?
He passed away in 2016.
So that, like 100, that's so many. You know, I don't know if I've made $100,000 in my life, much less
a lot.
Much less that. So,
you made $100,000 in your life. You worked more than 3 years.
Okay, fine, I have. All right. I've worked more than 3 years.
Amazon picks up the rights to the hot comic 8 Billion Genies. Creator Charles Soule and Ryan Brown will executive produce a feature adaptation, although the streamer has plans far beyond just a movie. The comic is an 8-issue limited series. The first hit stores in May, has a simple premise. What if every single person on the planet got a genie and one wish?
That's an interesting concept. I'll watch that movie.
Right? I'm interested. I want to see that movie. Little Mouse sci-fi mystery gets star-studded cast, including Dennis Quaid and Isabel Fuhrman.
Are they really all-stars, though?
Yeah, yeah.
Are they really all-stars? Dennis Quaid and the person, Isabel whatever? Fuhrman? I don't know. I don't know.
Isabel Fuhrman and Dennis Quaid will be playing leading roles, joined by David Talius, Josh Hutcherson, and Kira Allen. Jonathan Sobel both wrote and directed the movie.
Yeah, all-stars. Those people are all-stars, right?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what the headline says, and I don't believe it now.
Yeah,
after reading it. Here's one that I was pretty excited about. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, is writing a production book about the film. The story behind the black sheep of the Halloween franchise is coming to a book form.
Do you like Season of the Witch? Everyone likes it, right? Like it's the one Halloween didn't have anything to do with Mike Myers, but people like Season of the Witch. Are you one?
Yeah, I mean, because originally Halloween was supposed to be what they were going to do was, and the same thing with Friday the 13th was supposed to be every story was going to every movie was going to be about something completely different.
Okay, but they didn't do that. They just didn't mostly Mike Myers after.
And no, they didn't do that at all.
People were pissed, I guess. Like people were pissed.
They're just like, fuck that.
They were like, people were like, what about Mike Myers? And they're like, I guess we'll do another one.
It's like, why?
What's next, dude?
Oh my gosh, why? This one I added just because of my own place in the world of where I live.
Okay.
The movie Lightyear, warning sign for gay kissing at Oklahoma theater, sparking backlash.
Well, it's Oklahoma, dude.
So, Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Oklahoma City put up a sign that said, warning, attention parents, the management of this theater discovered after booking Lightyear that there is a same-sex kissing scene within the first 30 minutes of the Pixar movie. We will do all we can to fast forward through the scene, but it may not be exact. We apologize. We apologize for the inconvenience this late discovery of the scene causes.
I fucking didn't even remember the same-sex kiss in this movie. Why are people so freaked out about it? God damn. I fucking hate the U.S. sometimes.
Conservative Christians, dude. What the fuck ever. I mean, maybe that's making my audience shorter for saying that. But
dude, honestly, I don't want shitheads watching to listen to the podcast. They don't have to listen to the podcast. They're gonna listen to something else. Listen to Ben Shapiro or some shit. They don't have to listen to us.
but like literally, I grew up in an area that had Amish, had Catholics, had Protestants, Jehovah Witnesses, all the above. And guess what they thought about gay kissing? Not a goddamn thing. I'm just saying that. Bottom line.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Emma Roberts is joining the star-studded cast of Madam West. Or Madam Web. I'm sorry. Madam Web.
What is
which
Madam
is
Web?
about the entity. Madam Web. Dude, I've told you about this like 4 different times.
I don't think you have.
Madam Web is like an entity in the Spider-Man universe.
Okay,
She controls
okay.
all the
Yeah.
spider senses like that. Persona is an elderly hub with neuromuscular disease that weakens skeletal muscles, who is connected to a life support system resembling a spider web. And like in this movie so far is like a good list of people. I mean, you have Emma Roberts, Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, Christy O'Connor, Isabel Mercedes, and Tyler Rahim. And I mean, like, seriously, sounds like it'd be, I don't know. It's Sony. They pay a lot of money for actors and fuck up movies all the time. I don't know. Like,
All right.
how many movies has Sony fucked up?
Well, I mean,
right?
Are you talking about bad movies? Like, because they really fucked up Morbius big time.
Like what? 4 out of the 6 X-Men?
Yeah.
Like,
are they gonna redo
like
X-Men?
what?
Is MCU do
3 out of the no, wait a minute. 3 out of the 9 Spider-Man, and it's only because the end part, like, freaking, that's when
I mean, you
MCU came through.
You like Spider-Man 1 and 2 from the Tobey Maguire version, right?
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
And I like Amazing Spider-Man. That's fine, but they just didn't. Ethan Hawke, Pedro Pascal, to star in Pedro Almodovar's answer to Brokeback Mountain.
Cool. So Ethan Hawke.
After turning down Brokeback Mountain, Pedro will direct a romantic short film about 2 gunslingers coming together in the West.
I'll watch that. I will watch that definitely, sure.
All day long.
Mm-hmm.
All day long.
Ethan Hawke and Pedro.
Netflix will reunite. Yeah, right. Netflix reunites the Russo brothers and Millie Bobby Brown for The Electric State. Chris Pratt is also going to star in as well. The Russo brothers will direct Millie Bobby Brown in The Electric State for Netflix. Now, the Electric State, an orphan teenager attempted to survive in a retro future set in a post-apocalyptic 1997. The Electric State is the story of Michelle, who, accompanied by her toy robot Skip, sets out across the western United States in a stolen car to find her missing brother. The synopsis for the source novel reads, told in the Anctuary Melancholy, spare prose and feature almost 100 gorgeous full-color illustrations. Original Munsters star is going to join the cast of the Rob Zombie reboot. That's right. The only person still living from the original Munsters.
Who is
Butch Patrick,
okay,
aka Eddie Munster, will appear in the Rob Zombies movie as the Tin Can Man.
Who's playing Eddie? Who's playing Herman Munster?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do know, but we're just going to move along.
Okay. You're excited for that. You had to be excited about that, right?
But Patrick.
Aren't you excited about the Munsters movie? Like, you got.
I'm excited. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid, Chris. I'm afraid.
Because you love Rob Zombie and you love the Munsters, right? So to you, that had to be something you're probably really excited about.
Yes.
Okay.
Jason Schwartzman joins the Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I just laugh when I see his face. I don't know if he'll. I mean, maybe, right? Jason Schwartzman. I mean,
Schwartzman will play Lucky Flickerman, the host of the 10th annual Hunger Games, and Anchester to Caesar Flickerman, who's in the become the voice of Panama later, is played by Stanley Tucci in the original Hunger Games films.
I see that working. I do. I see that working a lot. Like, well, really well.
And last but not least, Chris, an actor is coming out of retirement to be an actor again.
What's their name?
Are you ready for this?
Of course. Just lay it on me. I'm ready to be forward. Let's do this.
Cameron Diaz is coming out of retirement.
Did she retire?
And going to be back in action. Yeah, she retired like fucking 10 years ago, you jackass.
I thought last week she was like sex tape, right? With Jason Segel?
Yeah. That was like 10 years ago, bro.
I mean, fuck, all right. I mean...
Cameron Diaz is out of retirement and will be back in action with Jamie Foxx. They're going to be Netflix's upcoming Back in Action is Cameron Diaz's return to film post-retirement.
What's the movie? You just said
Back in Action. I just said it.
Okay.
The name of the movie is Back in Action.
That's a little too on the nose, right? Like, is it a movie about them out of retirement? Is that what the movie's about?
The name of the movie is called Back in Action. It's the first movie since 2014's Annie remake.
So it's been 8 years.
When she was
8 years since she's acted.
Yeah, like I said, 10 years. Fox confirmed the news on Twitter.
What's the movie? I mean, what's it about? Do you know anything about these are like action comedy? What is it? Do you know?
King motherfucker. Seth Gordon is directing Back in Action. He and the Neighbor screenwriter Brendan O'Brien penned the script. Fox is executive producing alongside O'Brien, Totaro, Turner, and McManor. Damn, it doesn't say anything else than that.
Well, I guess is it? You said it's coming on Netflix or it's just coming out? I thought I heard something about Netflix.
Yeah, it'll be on Netflix. Dude. It'll be on the flicks that's next.
All right, cool. All right. Is that the last one? Is that the last article?
That's it. That's all we got, bro. I'm sorry. There was a much better news this week.
Right.
It wasn't my fault. I did not create news. That's the news. Chris was disappointed in it, just like he was disappointed in your mother's laying techniques last night. Have a good time, and let's go to the last movie.
All right, man. This big sexy movie this week, Elvis. Elvis is directed by Baz Luhrmann. You like Baz Luhrmann, right?
Right.
He did that Romeo and Juliet. He did Australia, The Great Gatsby. He did that. Everyone knows who he is. Moulin Rouge, I guess, is like everyone knows him for that. And he did this big. Oh, are you there? Are you okay, dude?
Yeah, I'm right here, dude. I'm listening to everything you're saying. You're saying words.
This stars Tom Hanks is Colonel Tom Parker.
On the day of my judgment, when I stand before God.
Also, Austin Butler is the titular Elvis.
You don't know how many times I've come to the Elcrease and tried to talk to you.
Also, Olivia de Jong as Priscilla.
This is great. We'll come back to that.
Also, this also stars David Wyndham as Hank Snow.
The enemy. His sense of duty was no less than yours, I deem.
Also, Richard Roxburgh as Vernon. Kelvin Harrison Jr. as B.B. King. Cody Smith McPhee from that movie. Jimmy played Jr.
From that movie that he did once.
Yeah. Dude. Also, this also stars Gary Clark Jr. as Big Boy Crudup, Yola, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. I love Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And Alden Mason as Little Richard. But why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one?
Elvis follows the story of the infamous rock and roll star Elvis Presley, seen through the eyes of his controversial manager, Colonel Tom Parker. The film explores Elvis Presley's highs and lows and the many challenges and controversies he received throughout his career.
So, first off, I'm going to say a few things. And don't interrupt me. So Tom Hanks, he played Colonel Tom Parker. He hammed it up more than I've ever seen him ham up stuff before. But, you know, that's the character, right? Austin Butler, fucking amazing. Amazing. I can't talk enough good things about Austin Butler. If this doesn't make him a star, I don't know what will. He's amazing. He's an amazing actor. Baz Luhrmann, he made this so fucking fun and delicious by watching it. Like the movie itself is
delicious. Did you say delicious? I don't even know what that means.
It was popping, dude. Right? It was popping. Like everything, okay. The best scenes of this movie are when Elvis is on stage, 100%. Like anytime he's performing, that's when this movie excels, right? Like
right.
That's what I see, and I think that's when it's better. When anytime Elvis is performing or singing or up on stage, that's when Baz Luhrmann can get the good shit in this, right? Other than that, but every time Elvis is on stage, this movie is like one of the best movies I've seen this year. When he's off stage, it's not.
I mean, all right. So here's a photo of Elvis, or Austin Butler as Elvis.
He's so
right?
tan.
I mean, he's from Memphis. What do you want?
Okay. All right.
There's Elvis.
Yeah.
The Elvis.
I didn't tell you this.
There's Austin Butler. There's Elvis. Look how close they look.
I need to tell you something real quick. And this movie.
Here we go. There we go. There's Elvis. Elvis, as we all know him.
God, he's sexy.
And there's Austin Butler as Elvis. Like, they even got the same lips. So weird.
So,
are you ready for this, though? Are you ready for this? You know why they have the same kind of lips?
Because they're related? Oh, they're 16 cousins twice removed. Okay.
Yeah, 16th cousins. Elvis's dad, Vernon, and Austin Butler's mom shares the common ancestry.
I need to tell you something. This is what I was told by my family growing up. This may be bullshit. But apparently my grandmother went on a date with Elvis before he was famous.
It can't be bullshit. It's all bullshit.
She said that he was still wearing the pink suits and shit. That's when she went on a date with him before he was famous. And
yeah, that makes sense. He was a man-ho back then.
Yeah, he was also in Shreveport. He was in Shreveport quite a lot. That's where my grandmother grew up, Shreveport, Louisiana. So it's possible they dated. That's what
they dated, or did they bone?
I don't think I'd know either way. I don't think I'd know what.
Did you ask grandma if they boned? I want to know if your grandma boned Elvis.
She's not gonna tell me that. She's also kind of not all the way there anymore. So it's like you know. But
yeah.
Did you? Yeah. By the way, I have a question. Did you know the superhero in the movie itself follows Elvis through his whole life. It's epic, goes back and forth. Told from the view of Colonel Tom Parker, sort of. He was reading his story. He was reading a comic book. Did you recognize the character in the comic book?
Did I recognize Captain Marvel Jr.?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
bro?
I'm serious. Tell me. Hey, he's been around for.
Right. So for years, Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel Jr. was actually more famous than Superman. Superman almost went out of print for years because Captain Marvel was more of a fan. Everybody loved him. Everybody loved. I'm trying to think of the word and I just lost it. But everybody loved Captain Marvel back in the day. In fact, one of the first TV shows ever was a Captain Marvel radio show back in the day, and that's before Superman. So just think, back in the 50s, Captain Marvel was what Superman was later.
Dude,
you know,
the 50s. Elvis was a kid in the 20s. You know, in
the 40s and the 30s is when he would have been a kid. Because guess what, Chris? Guess how old I am?
You're 41.
Yeah, I turned 42 this year. That's how long Elvis was on the planet Earth.
Okay, all right.
He wasn't 100 years old when he died, guys. He was 42.
Are you scared?
My age.
Did that wear you out a little bit?
No. I just do more uppers than he does.
Okay.
And so it's fine.
So,
it's fine. That's how I counteract it.
Like I said, this follows Elvis in his personal life, too. Talks about his mom, talks about his dad, talks about his manager. Talks about his struggle with fame. But, like I was saying...
Not his struggle with just fame, but his...
struggle.
I like... All right. The reason I love this movie was because...
You love it, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one, it literally told how much Elvis took from black culture to become Elvis Presley. I love the fact that he's on Beale Street in Memphis, and then he goes off to there's a part where he's at revival where you can see where he gets his love for gospel, blues, jazz, like where he gets this love for music that, be honest, formed every music that we listen to today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Elvis. This movie did a really good job of showing where he got his shit from. You know, like everyone thinks. You know, he also goes to the Beale Street. He goes to that club. He hangs out with B.B. King. He hangs out with Sister Rosette Tharpe. He hangs out with fucking Little Richard. And he's saying, "This is where I get this shit from." You know, like, and that was important. And I'm glad the movie showed that. You know, that's.
No, I think it's the most important part because, to be honest, and this is a thing, and I mean, today a lot of people, or stuck-up people, I should say that if you don't write your own songs, then you're not an artist. That's not how it is. That's not how it is. Everybody borrows from everybody, always has, always will, and that's not just in music, that's in movies, that's in art. Any art form is borrowed, taken from, or something else that you experienced or witnessed in your life.
But there's always someone out there to do it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was actually earlier today, and this is where this retrospect or this perspective comes from. I was talking to a guy from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him that I was about to go review a movie for Elvis. Which I was like, I don't know how my co-host is going to think about it because he's a huge music buff of Bob Dylan who writes crappy songs kind of and some good songs. But like, but
calm the fuck down.
No, wait. Listen to my whole thought. Listen to my whole thought before you judge about what I'm saying. My co-host is a huge fan of Bob Dylan, who wrote his own songs, but has one of the worst voices in all of humanity. And that is not just me saying that. That is a public opinion.
Yeah. His voice is not great.
Fucking bust me in the balls.
His voice is not great.
But then we have Elvis Presley, who has one of the most beautiful, recognizable voices in all of musical history. No matter what you say, no matter... And it's not saying he's the best or he's the best band ever. Believe me, you have that argument till you're blue in the fucking face. Believe me, there's so many bands I think that are better, that wrote songs better than Elvis Presley. But he did have a voice like a freaking angel. And he made a lot of songs that white people, uncultured people that were not in the black community would not know if it wasn't for Elvis Presley.
Right. So real quick, I want to mention about Dylan. His style is completely stolen from old folk musicians. Like his early stuff, his old stuff.
I know. Everything. And so the guy from Jamaica, I'm not going to say his name, but he was a nice guy. Said to me, he goes, in Jamaica, man, if you sit there and you sing a song of another artist, he goes, we take that as a compliment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We take it as you loved our stuff so much that you want to give your own version of that.
Mm-hmm.
And not like in America, we're like, oh, you're singing my song? Oh, copyright, bitch. You know, like, so it gave me a different perspective on Elvis after I said that to him. Austin Butler.
Amazing, right?
I forgot it was an actor.
Yeah, that's fucking Elvis on screen, right?
That's
like
fucking Elvis on screen. Tom Hanks, the makeup, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or there's something about it that's kind of like,
his acting in it was really over the top. I guess lots of ham. You know, but that's fine. I feel like that Baz Luhrmann is like, do more, Tom. He's like, you want more? You really want more? Tom Baz like, yeah, do more. He's like, I'll do more if you want more. And so that's what happened. But you agree with me that the best parts of this movie was Elvis performing?
Not just Elvis performing. I thought going through the movie, learning different aspects, and I think it's because of the cinematography of the film.
Yeah.
The cinematography of the film,
fantastic.
Shot made so well, so beautiful.
So
There's
well.
like parts where like Elvis, or they're telling the story, and then all of a sudden there's all these little pictures of things during that time era, and they mixed in history with the biopic enough that made it just look great. But the whole time, you saw who the villain of Elvis was. We all know it. We all knew it for years, and it made it very apparent in this fucking movie. And it was always Colonel Parker, Colonel Tom Parker. That guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He made money so he could make money off of Elvis. And to be honest, Elvis might still be alive today if it wasn't for that guy.
The only issue I had with this movie is how fucking kinetic it was. I could have let it slow down a little bit. Like, Baz Luhrmann has this dazzling sort of, razzmatazz and all this shit going on. And I was like, because, we don't get whole songs, which is fine. One of the things I really enjoy about this is showing how Elvis, when he was doing the Vegas show, how he changed the songs up. He's like, do this, do that. I really like the fact that he was basically orchestrating the way the songs were done, because it shows how much of a true artist.
Or what songs were going to be done.
Yeah, that shows how Elvis was an artist in that aspect. I would
and getting information for this movie afterwards, after watching it, and me doing my deep dive to make sure this is right, this is right, this is right. A lot of it was right on the button, dude.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that was a little bit different was like there's a part where the Colonel was in a production booth while they were filming something, and that part really didn't happen. Really, they kind of kept him out of the complete studio, like the whole studio, while Elvis was filming what he wanted to do.
Yeah, it's a lot. This movie's a lot. It's long.
It's a lot, and it's long. It's 2 hours and like 50 minutes, or damn near close to it.
It's not 3 hours. It's 2 hours 40 minutes. 2 hours 39 minutes. So it's a long movie, but I can tell you, dude, I was captivated the whole time.
The whole time I was like, damn. And again, Austin Butler just knocked it out of the park. If he does not get a nominee for an Oscar for this movie, I would be very, very
surprised.
Who's acted in a movie better than this year?
No one, man. No one. The thing is about this is that this movie doesn't pretend it's not sucking Elvis's dick the whole time. This is a movie celebrating Elvis. This is not a movie that's a biopic necessarily. It's a celebration of what Elvis did, honestly. And then,
and it made it very clear to put light on the issues that Elvis went through, at least enough for us, the audience, to be like, what the fuck?
They did sort of fade out on his end, though, did they? Like, we didn't see Fat Elvis at all.
Yeah, that's oh my God, I even wrote it down. I didn't even think to say that. The only complaint I have is the fact that Austin Butler, like body-wise, never put a fat suit on.
So here's the thing. I think the problem is not the problem. I think that Baz didn't want to. The real thing is about glitzy Elvis. He wanted to celebrate Elvis and not necessarily show his downfall. You know what I mean? That the movie was about celebration.
But
they were sucking his dick the whole time.
This is the problem with this, though, Chris. And the problem is that people were even talking in the movie about how Elvis didn't want to leave his hotel room because of his waist size. And then you see him in the next scene, and he's still skinny, but he has sideburns.
He was in the car. He didn't seem to stand up.
No. He got out of the car, and he walked to the airplane, still skinny Elvis. And then the next time you see him after Tom Hanks does some commentary is him at Honolulu or whatever they did to Elvis, the pay-per-view or the last show or whatever. And instead of remaking that, what they did is they used CGI to put Austin's face on Elvis's body, and then all of a sudden it cut to being just Elvis, about 10 minutes later or whatever. But that was literally 3 weeks later from the scene before. So, like, you're telling me in 3 weeks, Elvis got that fucking fat?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen me on a weekend.
That's my only complaint about this movie is like that just kind of took me out a little bit. But the rest of the movie, the whole movie, like telling the life and the story of Elvis, I was on game, dude. It was. I mean, I wanted to go in this movie hating every moment about it, but I mean, they even brought light to B.B. King and how he was a good friend of Elvis's.
Sister was that Tharp, dude. Well, sister was that Tharp, dude.
Like, I mean, there's so many friends that Elvis had that lived on to many, many years. I mean, I got to see B.B. King like 3 different times in my life.
Yeah, rest in peace.
You know.
So this movie it's extravagant. It's glitzy. It's got all kinds of pop in it. It's not everyone's shit. This movie's basically like I said, they're sucking Elvis's dick this whole movie, but it's a good movie. I like this movie quite a bit. I loved there were parts of it that I loved. Like anytime that Elvis was on stage, I fucking loved it. And you got rock and roll.
And when he went total rebel without a cause,
dude,
I mean,
put on that jacket, dude. Let's go. Put on that jacket. Put on the other jacket. Let's go. You know, like
I just to this day, the only question I have about Elvis's career, besides everything Colonel Parker fucked up, was why the jumpsuits?
He was into that, man.
I know he was into it, but why? Nobody else was really into it, were they?
You're wondering like the open chest and all that shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I know it's the 70s or the early 70s, but god damn.
Did he really kiss that many girls? I mean, that's what I want to know.
What?
He was kissing girls all throughout that thing.
Dude, he was fucking them.
Open mouth and everything, dude. Open mouth and everything.
He wasn't only kissing them. That dude was straight up boning all the women. Like, literally, there was a scene where Priscilla's like, I don't care about your road side chicks. I don't care about them.
What do you think like that? Basically, he would look at girls and they instantly orgasm, like you know, like.
I mean, you have no idea how good looking I was when I was 20.
Oh, were you able to look at girls and they would instantly orgasm? Is that what you do?
They'd be like, yeah, and I'd be like, mm-hmm.
And then
they'd be like.
And they're like, let me see your butthole, and you're like, all right, you can peek at it.
They would lick my butthole. It'd be weird. All right, let's get some quotes and finish this off.
All right.
If you wonder who this man I am the legendary Colonel Parker. The only thing that matters is that man get out on that stage tonight. I didn't kill him. I made Elvis Presley. He thought he was a hero, right? Right out of a comic book. What they screaming at? What do you mean what they're screaming at? The wiggle. Look at the wiggle. I promise nothing will come between us. Want to bet? The world needs to hear you sing, Elvis. Captain Marvel Jr. is my favorite superhero of all time. Elvis the Pelvis, that's the most childish name to come from an adult. The papers say I shout at my mama and smoke marijuana.
Well, the thing is, you do one of those things. I don't know if you shout at your mama, but you definitely smoke marijuana.
What?
Do you shout at your mama?
No, I don't yell at my mom.
Do you smoke marijuana?
She'd punch my teeth out, dude. What? Like, literally, like, I mean, the woman's damn near 70 and I still think she'd fucking knock me out. The way you sing and move is God-given, and there can't be nothing wrong with that. If you don't do the business will do you. No matter what happens, though, thick and thin, you're like a father to me. Oh, man. Okay.
Have you figured out?
It's dark theater.
Yeah.
I recall Dr. King said rock and roll led to juvenile delinquency. When things are too dangerous to say, you have to sing them.
Mm-hmm. He's right. I hear you
Caught and trapped. Caught in the trap. I can't walk out.
Oh my god.
Am I the only one who think about security? There's never was a Colonel Tom Parker. Tell Colonel I want things to go back the way it was. And I want you to know I will always love you.
All right, man. What's your score on this?
4.1, man. I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Fucking A. That's what I'm giving it to.
Yeah. I thought it told the story really well. Austin Butler, Tom Hanks, even though the makeup was a little weird.
It's weird, man.
Whatever.
Tom Hanks was weird about the movie. It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, though, Austin Butler, man, this is like Rami Malek during freaking Bohemian Rhapsody.
I liked him more than Rami Malek, honestly.
No.
This is a better movie than fucking Bohemian Rhapsody for sure.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I want him. But, we disagree about that.
No, it isn't.
We're disagreeing about this.
No. That's great. You can disagree about it. The entire world thinks differently than you, but it's okay.
This is a better movie here in Rhapsody for sure.
Oh, do you want me to compare box office? Do you want me to compare reviews? Do you want me to compare? What do you want me to compare, Chris?
No, I just told you. My opinion is that this movie's better.
Your opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
But the entire world thinks differently.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so at all.
Okay, here, let's pull up.
What are you getting upset about, dude?
Elvis.
What are you so upset?
Freddie Mercury is 10 times better than Elvis.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this movie's better than the movie that Bohemian Rhapsody, in my opinion.
No, because nobody in Bohemian Rhapsody had shitty fucking makeup jobs.
Dude, I'm saying to me, this movie, I enjoyed this movie more than I enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm not saying that was better.
That's because you just don't enjoy Queen and you enjoy Elvis.
No. Listen, Bohemian Rhapsody is 60% Rotten Tomatoes, while Elvis is 78.
Oh, you mean Elvis is at 78 now before it comes out on video release?
No. Bohemian Rhapsody, it's at 60%.
Now
it's not going to go down. It's not going to go down 20%. It's not going to go down. It's not going to go down 20%.
4 years.
It's not going to go down 20%. It's not going to go down 20% the next.
Way more than that.
We'll check again. We'll check in 2 years. All right, and I will tell you that Elvis has higher score than Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm putting a marker on my fucking right now. I'm putting a marker.
Okay.
2 years.
Okay.
Remind
Neil
me.
didn't want me to say this, but he got really drunk before the podcast. Is he still kind of there? Anyway.
No, I have a lovely look. The beverage that I'm working on right now is only a 10% alcohol.
Are you fucking kidding me? Neil's so fucked up.
I didn't
You
realize
guys have no
this was left in my
clue.
beer. This was left in my refrigerator from a pool party I had this past weekend. I did not know that was a 10%. No wonder I got more fucky at the end. All right, sorry.
Okay, so we're on Rotten Tomatoes right now. What is the audience score for Elvis on Rotten Tomatoes?
78.
94%.
Really?
Yeah. People love this movie.
Because of his dong.
I imagine. You can't be that confident, dude.
You stared at the dong. I know you did.
You can't be that confident without like a giant dick. Honestly.
I mean, I hope to God. Man, does anybody know? Can we ask Priscilla Presley? But I mean, when they were dating, she was. This is the thing too. Okay,
they didn't bring up how young she was, but they did say her parents approved of him dating her. They did say that.
Yeah, and he was in the army at the time and only would visit her.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't do anything. Like they would make it very open.
Her parents were cool with it, so we can that makes it a little bit better. You know,
it makes it a lot better. You know why?
Why?
How old was Elvis when he met Priscilla?
20, right? He was 20. She was 14, I think.
She was 14. He was 24.
That's pretty creepy still.
10 years. 10 years, Chris.
That's creepy.
Cool. All
right, moving on.
What's the age difference between me and my wife, Chris?
But you didn't start dating her when she was 14, did you?
You don't need to know that.
Dude. Do we have law enforcement listening to the podcast?
No, she was 19 and I was 31.
See, it's actually different. It's actually different. She was.
It's different. It's different. I mean, but the thing is, was it different back then though, Chris?
I think it was actually.
It really wasn't, because back then still girls are having kids at like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one story about the story about Elvis's parents. Elvis's dad was 17 or 16, and his mother was 20, 21.
What is the critic score for Elvis?
81.
78%.
I was close, 3% off.
The thing is, I said it earlier by accident, because we're talking about the score. Here's the consensus. The standard rock biopic gets all shook up in Elvis, with Baz Luhrmann's dazzling energy and style perfectly complemented by Austin Butler's outstanding lead performance. All right, guys, that's Elvis. Neil gave it a 4.1.
Elvis is the shit, dude.
Me and you gave it a 4.1. We like this movie.
I'm gonna say right now, Elvis was a good movie. Elvis the artist. I mean, if you like his songs, you like his songs. He didn't do anything original ever, but he still gave us plenty of songs that all made us shake our hips, do a little dance, make a little love, and get down tonight.
I mean, they'd be saying that when they do the Bee Gees movie. Well, no, we won't. Anyway,
Casey and the Sunshine
Band.
But anyway.
All right. So, next week we're doing Reviewer and the Black Phone. And so once I can't wait to talk about Reviewer, dude. I love that movie so much, and I love the dudes that made
movie?
Reviewer. It's on Shudder.
Revealer.
On Shudder. And Black Phone, which is in theaters.
On Shudder.
You can find us on moviesonstuff.net. We're on Facebook. I'm going to mute you. I swear to God. You can find us on movies. I'm muting right now. Get through this. You can find us on moviesonstuff.net. We're on Facebook.com/moviesonstuff podcast. We're on Twitter at DS Podcast. On Instagram at DS Podcast. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/moviesonstuff. We also have Bellfire.com. Search Movies to do. You'll find shirts with our faces on it, our name, and all the other stuff that Neil's made. And you email us at info@moviesonstuff.net or moviesonstuffpodcast@gmail.com. And we're all places you find podcasts. Where you find podcasts, movies don't suck. What do we do for small businesses, pal? I had to close my eyes when I was doing this. By the way.
Small business. What?
I had to close my eyes when I was doing this, so I didn't.
I know. I saw. If you got a small business or a business that just needs some advertisement, let us know. Just mark us, email us, message Chris personally to his cell phone number, which is
hey now
91. What?
No, that's not that, but you're wrong.
I know. Anyway, make sure to let us know. We'll be more than happy to advertise you on the podcast. We'll be very professional about advertising your company.
Yeah, you won't be as drunk as he is
right
now.
We'll be unprofessional about everything else we do during the podcast, because that's why we do it.
Mm-hmm. You good?
I mean, can you come over and massage my buttocks? That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter what you're doing out in the world, no matter what you're doing in the universe, remember, if you shake the hips, sing a little rock and roll, you can become just as popular as Elvis Aaron Presley. Have a good night.